Hey everyone, it is day 61 of my modded survival playthrough of Fallout 4. Gonna quickly put down some food and some water. So the
Fire
plan
guns with
today
someone who
is
knows how to use
to
them.
do
Me.
the Vault-Tec DLC. I imagine I can probably get that all done in one day. Before I leave Fortville though, I think there's some shopping to be done. I'm sure I'm carrying stuff I can sell to lighten my load. Well, how's that for timing? I guess we will have a chat with Hux. Well, judging by the shape behind the bars, he hasn't managed to cure his super mutanitis. Although I don't know if that was ever the plan. He might have just been trying to bring his sanity back, which is kind of reasonable. He doesn't seem to be interested in curing his own super mutant ishness. Let's see what
I
he has to say.
wish I had better news. The cure didn't work. Paul hasn't changed back.
There must be something we can do.
For the moment, there's nothing more I can do for him. I'm going to make my brother as comfortable as possible. And keep working on a cure. Feel sure that one day, something will come up. Thank you for your help, at least. You've been a good friend.
You know, it's kind of nice. You don't see it so much in Fallout 4 or in any of the Fallouts. But a quest doesn't necessarily have to have a happy ending to have a conclusion. And I suppose, well, that's what happened here.
Looking like me.
So, on to the business of the Vault-Tec DLC. I guess I have a fair bit of map to cover. I am going to grab Dance. Of the companions that I have left to complete, I think he's probably going to have the most interesting things to say about what happens in Vault-Tec. I can't imagine that Hancock will have a lot to say about maybe, but either way, I'm grabbing Dance. If you're just jumping into the series, if you're wondering why I'm wearing the Silver Shroud costume, it's because the vanilla gear that I'd managed to pick up was just just too good. I was basically invincible. I have a few modded guns in here, and they'll come off as very powerful because they are powerful, but they're actually weaker than the vanilla guns I had. I had a two-shot Gauss rifle, the Overseer's Guardian, and oh, what was the other one? The explosive Iridium rifle that you could get from Far Harbor. Yeah, Far Harbor. It's just making it more interesting. I I don't know this map apparently as well as I thought I did. So, oh, there we are. That's what I'm looking for.
Dance.
Ready to continue our mission, soldier?
Yes, yes, indeed.
Ready.
Roger that.
Brotherhood, huh? Like to see what you're capable of without all that power armor.
Trust me, freak. You
No
wouldn't.
love lost there. Gotta say, I think I've hit a pretty perfect balance in terms of the mods I put in. I think this is probably the most interesting playthrough of Fallout 4 I've done. If I were to do it again, I don't think there's anything I would change. This will probably be the last time I play Fallout 4 for a long, long time, though. Didn't realize when I started this just how much more work it is to actually record it on, try to make these into episodes, try to make commentary throughout the entire things. But, you know, I'm glad I've done it. It's quite the learning experience.
Damn, lost him.
Did you have a target there, Dance? Well, there's always targets here. Let's see where he's pointing. Ooh, Raider Survivalists. There's some decent experience points to be had here. Lucky. That mannequin's in the way. There you are. These guys are taking headshots. Uh-oh. These things can do serious damage if they get you with those those sword arms. Not when you're in VATS, though. You get a bit of protection when you're in VATS. Apparently I missed one. Well, that was a pile of experience and a half.
Never know what you'll find.
Now, where there's gunshots, there's experience. You know I'm going after it. Sounds like they're shooting it out with... oh, what are they called? Followers of the Apocalypse? That actually sounds like an alien blaster that someone's shooting. That gun that we're hearing right now. Oh, settlers. Sorry. Okay, so apparently they're going up against settlers with... honestly, I have no idea.
I figure you won't just run, right? Need help here. Made it. This time.
You're fairly well-equipped settlers. And relatively forgiving
Should the need
settlers.
arise, this fortification would make an excellent fallback point.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. Well, I don't know what was disturbing the water there, but we're going past it. Well, it's always nice to start the morning with a firefight, but the Vault-Tec DLC is the plan. And I think, yes, that will put us down in... would this be a flooded quarry? I guess this is a quarry. More raiders.
Little bitch.
You got me, Joe. Going out in the open.
Oh, now it's on.
Wasn't actually expecting this place to have repopulated already. Yeah, it's going point blank against a guy with a what looked like a switchblade.
Forget it. They're gone.
Well, it doesn't sound like they're gone, Dance. Well, being level 129, I'm not too worried about these rads. I do have all of the I do have all of the healing perks, so unless these guys actually manage to bring me down, all these rats will go away naturally. Well, maybe not naturally, but with the perks.
Standing down.
Okay, I think that would be all of them.
Why don't you just die?
Nope, apparently not. I'm not leaving experience points
Aw,
on the
man,
table.
Come back. I was having fun.
Do it in the Brotherhood.
So if you're wondering, I've tweaked this gun. It does the same amount of damage as the Overseer's
Come on,
Guardian,
little girl.
but unlike the Overseer's Guardian, it's not fully automatic, and it only holds the small number of rounds. This does about the same damage as the Iridium rifle, or irradiated rifle, the one you get in Far Harbor, but doesn't have any of the perks attached to it. Oh, didn't even see you. So these are the M14, the M590A1, and the Scar mod. And I'm pretty sure that will be all of them. So, let's head to the vault. So all of that fighting did not manage to get me another level. I'm still level 129, but just barely. I have been past here before just so I could get a supply line set up. That was maybe, 20 episodes ago. But to get the Vault-Tec DLC started, we have to go ahead and clear out some debris. And there are a bunch of ghouls, so let's try to remember what key gets me out of this mode. Oh, it's escape. I don't do a lot of the settlement building in Fallout. Teach their own. I mean, a lot of people love it. Are these things going to be openly hostile? They haven't attacked yet.
You aren't what I was expecting. You do have a Pip-Boy. You're from a vault. But you're clearly not with Vault-Tec. What are you doing?
There's that level. Anyway, you were saying?
Actually, I'm here to offer you the bargain of a lifetime. What would you say to a vintage set of encyclopedias? Act now.
An encyclopedia. Humor. I've been on my own so long, almost didn't recognize that. My name is Valerie Barstow, and I was to be the overseer of this vault.
Good job.
But please, follow me. I have a proposal for you. It's been a hard 200 years. I was giving a tour of what was to be my pride and joy. My vault. Then, the earthquakes. Sirens. Many died. Perhaps they were lucky. The radiation. Somehow, I was spared. I'm sorry. The construction crew didn't fare as well as me. They've never done anything hostile towards me, though. It's probably best if you put them out of their misery.
So I sent a few settlers here already,
Do what you
in addition to setting up a supply line, including our Vault-Tec rep, who I guess was a good choice.
You know, things are looking up. I can feel it this time.
I'm glad you feel that way, buddy. You know, while I get there's only so much that one person can do, with 200 years, you think that she could have gotten, some progress happening here.
You hear that? How can I help you, Knight?
Oh, it's just the
At
one
least
left?
that's over. Let's continue.
Okay.
I tried digging my way to the entrance. With that control board, I could have changed everything. But there was simply too much rubble for the equipment to handle. But my work kept me going. Here, among these papers, is my life's work. I'd like to share it with you. Dr. Braun tasked me with something vital. A series of prototypes and their related, well, experiments that could redefine society. But, as you can see, things did not go according to plan.
What are these experiments?
Ingenious devices that will improve the efficiency and health of a community. They are admittedly prototypes and may have a design flaw or two,
Like your desk.
but nothing that can't be fixed with some elbow grease.
You mentioned Dr. Braun? Who is he?
Dr. Braun is the head of the Societal Preservation Plan. A brilliant scientist and administrator. And, no doubt, dead. A tremendous loss.
Go on.
This vault was meant to be spacious, full of trained staff, trusted subordinates and scientists. Despite how things have played out, I see opportunity. Let us work together, as partners.
What's my role?
I recognize that you are in a superior bargaining position.
And better armed.
I'll handle the mundane
And I brought
nuts
this
and
guy.
bolts of vault management. Anything you want, I'm happy to accommodate. All I ask is you run the prototype experiments.
Let's do this then.
Good. Excellent. We cannot begin until I have my overseer's desk. To run the experiments, the information in the desk's terminal will prove vital. I entrust you with the future of our vault. Vault 88.
So this DLC involves an awful lot of settlement building type stuff, which means I need to clear out basically this entire hall. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So don't think that the the crafting system in Fallout 4 is completely lost on me. The first few times I played it through, I really put the effort into it, but once you built one gigantic towering mansion, that's pretty much good enough. For now though, use that level up to take the 3rd rank of Hacker. Overseer. Ah, you've already sat down on the desk.
This. Please, I beg your indulgence. I've waited so long. But we must not dally. The work compels us. The vault was supposed to have a very specific set of residents. After all, to conduct human trials, you need the perfect test subjects.
Well, realistically, you need random test subjects.
So what makes perfect test subjects?
Healthy. Well, healthy enough. And people we can get an accurate baseline on quickly. And they need a willingness to take on a certain element of risk.
After all these years, you don't want to leave?
When I finally have a chance to complete my mission? Never. It's all I've been thinking about, dreaming about, for hundreds of years.
Let's find ourselves a guinea pig.
The Vault-Tec Handbook urges overseers to refrain from using that word. No
Names
matter
it
how
specifically?
apt. I see you've already turned on the Vault's radio beacon. Good. While we wait for word to spread, perhaps you might use this time to explore Vault 88. If you can clear some of the rubble, you may be able to access some of the other building sectors. Any materials or equipment that survived may prove useful in our experiments.
Okay, we got some map markers. Let's go ahead and check them out. None of them actually seem to match up with these tunnels, but I'm guessing that... Dance? Oh, I'm guessing you want to chat. If you're walking slow like that, that means you want to chat. So I accidentally cut him off the first time I brought up the chat. Let's,
Paladin dance.
There's still that off-the-record matter I'd like to discuss. Do you have time now?
Off the record? That's not like you dance.
Which is why this is going to be difficult to say. So I'd appreciate it if you bear with me. When you were first placed under my sponsorship, I had some serious reservations about it.
that was your
Despite all
choice.
that, this has turned out to be a rewarding experience. For both of us. At this point, honestly, I don't feel like there's anything else I could teach you about being a Brotherhood soldier that you don't already know. It's apparent from your attitude and your actions that you intend to keep those ideals close to your heart.
I feel like I'm about to get some bad news.
No, not at all. I'm just not very good at these things. Let me start at the beginning. I grew up alone in the capital wasteland. Spent most of my childhood picking through the ruins and selling scrap. When I was a bit older and had a few caps to my name, I moved into Rivet City and opened a junk stand. While I was there, I met a guy named Cutler. We got along pretty well. Watched each other's backs and kept each other out of trouble. When the Brotherhood came through on a recruiting run, we felt like it was a way out of our nowhere lives. So we joined up.
Rivet City. Must be post-war, because I've never heard of it.
You're right. It was a settlement, built inside the remains of a beached aircraft carrier.
Well, that's pretty cool.
One of the safest places to live in the capital wasteland.
What was
until
wrong
the
with it?
Brotherhood arrived.
Oh.
It was the perfect location for me to try my hand at being a merchant.
I have a hard time picturing you as anything but a soldier.
Clearly, I was ignoring my calling. Anyway, about a year after we were posted to the Prydwen, Cutler vanished on a scouting op. It took some convincing, but I was able to persuade my CO to let me assemble a squad and search for him. It took almost 3 weeks, but we tracked his team down to a super mutant hive. Those wretched abominations had slaughtered everyone but Cutler. He should have been so lucky. The mutant bastards used their FEV to change him into one of their own kind. He wasn't Cutler anymore. I had to... It was my duty to put him down.
Are you sure there wasn't anything you could do to change him back?
The FEV effect is irreversible. There was nothing anyone could do.
Well, we've kind of come across that.
I can't believe you'd do that to him.
I didn't have a choice. Ever since Cutler died, I've seen other soldiers come and go. Some were brave, some were honest. Hell, some were even downright heroic. But I'd never considered any of them to be a good friend. A friend like Cutler was. Until now. It's a good feeling, but it frightens me all the same. Having a bond with someone, then losing them. It changes you. I don't want to go through that again.
Well, there goes my dream of being reborn as a super mutant.
Glad to have changed your mind. I just thought you deserved to know how I felt. If you feel that I've overstepped my bounds, I completely understand. Whatever the case may be, I appreciate the fact that you took the time to listen.
Merely chatting with Dance was enough to progress the quest, but, well, we're here. Let's go ahead and turn on these, whatever it is that it wanted me to do at the end of these quest markers. Of course, underground like this. I was about to say I was expecting ghouls, but...
Found you!
No, not that one. This one. Normally I'd be picking up the meat, but didn't I just get this, like... Jeez, that's terrible. Decent value,
Anything
though.
useful?
No, really not useful. I have tons of food on me at the moment. More resources than I ever really could need. At least to carry around, so... Yeah, we'll leave the meat behind. Careful there, Dance.
Disease, vermin!
Of all the DLC, I definitely know this one the least. There's actually an option to skip the entire DLC and just unlock the settlement items, and I did that 2 out of 3 times. So yeah, I think I've only actually been through all this the once. And I have no idea where I'm going. This is more expected.
Back to hell.
Any of them, Oh, great. What disease is I can't sleep? Well, it's not really a problem. How about that? It gave me more antibiotics right there. Is this where I came from? This is not where I just came from. I think I'll go ahead and clear up that disease. Alright, so this is the first map marker. Go ahead and... Of course it won't work without a control board. And here we have another one of these. I'm guessing this one won't work without a control board. Hope I don't actually have to, like, scour every corner. I hope these control boards actually show up as map markers. While I get that some people don't mind mazes in their games, I think, in my personal opinion, a maze is a terrible way to pad a game.
I don't think you will.
Oh, you know what? I walked right past one of those earlier. I thought it was just one of those military circuit boards, and I ignored it. Punishing? Nope. Any value? Nope. Vault trunk. Okay. So I guess there's some backtracking to be done. Well, of course there's going to wind up being backtracking. Does this lead anywhere while we're here, though? Nope. Yeah, well, if nothing else, it gets a marker off our map. That's not the one I was thinking of. Let's go ahead and plug it in, though. Backtrack to the main room to get the final one, which appears to be down these tunnels. It looks like these tunnels would have otherwise led to that subway station. So maybe the idea was the vault. Whoa! I was not expecting Mirelurks of all things down here. No, not. There we go.
Aim for their head! Target eliminated.
Oh. Hello. So I suppose the idea was that they'd be able to take a subway to the vault? It's interesting. Nothing wrong with picking up junk while I'm here, given that I can just drop it off here in the vault. Okay, 18 meters. Oh, I bet you it's down here. Well, I mean, of course it's down here. I don't use anything with 10mm, but ammo's
Perfect.
good as money. Always take glowing fungus. Ooh, I thought you were coming out of the radiation there, Dance. Not sure why it's opening up the settlement building thing every time I drop in one of those circuit boards. I guess it's letting me know that I can disassemble everything there, if I were so inclined to do so. Well, Overseer, that was exciting. What do you have for me next? Oh, you're not here. Hello? Well, looks like you found some, willing settlers, I suppose you want to call them.
Hi.
Just a moment and we can begin. Please, step forward. Ah, yes. Welcome. Welcome.
So, this here's a vault, right?
Quite correct. And you could be one of our lucky new residents.
You do got food in this vault, right?
Of course. And a chance at a new life. A question or two first, however. What do you think is the role of a good government?
Government? What the hell are you talking
That's what
about?
I figured she'd say. What's a government?
We're with the Reformed Raider Party, so tell me, can we count on your vote in November?
What? Whatever this is, I'm on to you.
Yes. Sorry about my associates. Yes. Humor. You won't do for our special assignment. But welcome to our vault. Your new home. If she is representative of what's left above, the outside world must be rougher than I imagined. Are you ready for the next interview?
Yeah, let's take a look at these two winners.
Why didn't she work as a test subject?
Skeptics and cynics rarely produce good data. No, we need someone willing to cooperate.
That's also going to provide bad data.
Would it kill them to at least prepare a resume? Heck, I mean, even a cover letter would do.
That would expedite the process. Well, next. Hello. Welcome to Vault 88.
This is a real nice place you have here. Real nice. And I can go wherever I like, right?
Watch out for
Within
mole rats
reason,
and Mirelurks
yes.
and
But I have a question for you.
Mirelurk
Sure,
queens.
sure. What do you want to know?
A hypothetical. Let's say the reactor core is melting down, and you're the only one who could stop it.
Is there something wrong with your reactor?
No, it's fine. Just pretend. So you can stop the meltdown. But you'd suffer from extreme radiation exposure. What would you do?
Well, whatever you'd like. If you don't mind, I'm anxious to look around.
Why are you here?
Just come here to lend a hand, right? I want to do whatever it takes to help out.
Smart answer.
Give the Overseer's question some thought, and really answer it.
Huh, fine. You want me to jump in a reactor for you guys? Please. Nobody's gonna do that.
I think we could use him in our vault.
As long as you guys are on the level, I'll give this thing a try. Honest.
I appreciate your candor. You can stay, but you're not what we're looking for. Go ahead and get acquainted with your new home. What a colorful gentleman. Clearly he won't work for our experiments. Here's hoping third time's a charm.
Just for clarification, what's specifically wrong with him?
An obvious liar would invalidate any subjective responses we need from a test subject. No, he just wouldn't do it all.
It's not his fault. You have to look out for yourself out there if you want to survive.
I certainly trust your instincts on this. Mine are, shall we say, rusty from all the years of
She's not
solitude.
wrong, though.
Next. Hello. Welcome to your new home.
Wow. A real overseer. I am so happy to be here. Hi. My name is Clem.
I think we have a winner.
Yes. Clem, is it? Before you settle in, I have some questions.
Oh, okay. Sure. I'll answer anything you like.
Well, that's good. Here's a scenario. You've been assigned guard duty. You know, stand watch and make sure outsiders don't breach the perimeter. But from inside the vault, you hear a woman screaming. What would you do?
You want me to guard something? Sure. I can do that. I can do that right now, if you want. But I don't hear any screaming, Lady Overseer.
Well, aren't you just precious?
Thanks. I think?
Another question for you. What can you tell me about your mother?
Ah, she passed. But she was nice. You would have liked her. She killed a mole rat once.
Really? That's remarkable. Describe the traits you most admire about her.
Well, she was strong because of the mole rat, and she fed me. God, I'm sorry. This place is so much better than the ditch I was living in.
Mole rat kill counts really are the Foundation of maternal affection.
I guess? Am I doing okay?
You're doing
We're
fantastic.
looking for a volunteer, Clem. Someone to test some new devices that will help everyone. Are you interested?
You mean I can stay? I mean, yes. I'll help out. I like helping. That's me, Clem. Always willing to help out.
Yes. I think you'll do nicely. And no time like the present to commence. Now that we have, Clem, we are ready to begin. The first step is to get him properly equipped and dressed. There should be supplies in the welcome area near the entrance.
Clem, let's get you outfitted like a real vault dweller.
Some people complain, but not me. Just happy to be here.
So what are we going to subject this guy to first, Overseer?
Hi.
Our first vault residence. What a moment. But, on to business. Exercise is an inherently selfish activity. Instead of using every hour, every minute, to further the goals of the community, a resident instead improves their body past the minimum requirements.
Well, you would know, I
Vault-Tec
suppose.
has devised a solution. The Power Cycle 1000. While you pedal, you provide raw power to the vault. A perfect answer to an inherently counterproductive practice.
But doesn't society benefit from healthy citizens?
Overall, our research indicates it does not. True, some short-term medical costs are mitigated. But exercise leads to longevity, which extends how long the elderly drain the vault's resources. No, exercise overall is a societal ill we should and can cure.
Theoretically, that sounds all right.
We just need to turn the hypothetical into actuality. The prototype is far from perfect. There were incidences during its R&D. Maybe even the stray cerebral hemorrhage.
What? Overseer?
Oh, Clem. Don't worry yourself. This model won't suffer from those defects.
Oh, good.
Well, probably.
How did you manage to screw up an
Let
exercise
me
bike that
download
much?
the schematic to your Pip-Boy. Build it and attach a terminal to choose the parameters of the experiment. Work Clem hard.
Alright.
Give me power.
The hardest part about this mission will be to figure out where these are hidden in the build menu. Is it one of these that I need? Apparently not. So I actually had to look up online where the hell these things are hidden in the crafting menu. They could have at least like just put it in special or something. But nope, no, it was under power miscellaneous. Might as well take that level up. Well, with Hacker filled out, I guess it's time to start pushing Locksmith up. Let's see what this terminal says. Alright,
This is all there is to it?
looks like Clem.
So I'll keep pedaling. This is kind of fun.
The hell was that?
Oh man, I'm sorry. I broke your vault.
Don't own up to
I
it.
just got so excited and I wanted to do a good job and I kept pedaling faster and faster. And then the whole vault went kablooey. Please don't kick me out.
Alright. Repair the power cycle. What do you think, Overseer?
I was looking at the data for the power cycle. The power output of the unit was, well, Acceptable.
Is that test done already? I want to do more. Woo!
My, such enthusiasm. Perhaps I underestimated the advantages of applied narcotics.
Once I do your next thing, can I go back and cycle?
For the next experiment, we'll need something from outside. Vault-Tec subcontracted out chemical research to Hallucinogen Incorporated. It was supposed to be delivered before. Well, before. But with the mail service out of commission, other arrangements must be made.
Nice. You know, the Great War did a whole lot more than ruin mail routes.
After all these years, I can hardly wrap my head around the enormity of the tragedy. Please, can we just focus on this? Just get Overseer Barstow's package from the HQ. Once we have that, we can start the next experiment.
The whole world we knew died. Don't you care?
Enormously. That's why these experiments must succeed. We must make sure the inheritors of the Earth have every advantage.
Oh, off to Hallucinogen, it looks like. So while Hallucinogen isn't exactly close, I think it's one of those circumstances where it's still faster to run there than to hop a vertibird, so... Well, also it means I get in a firefight. Which, I'll admit, is a bit of a welcome divergence from what's going on in Vault-Tec. I think these guys actually respond. I'm just loading up on those Grim Reaper sprints. Well, let's get involved in whatever this is. Mr. Handy Annihilator. That's barely a tap there. Gotta make sure I don't get too close to those cars. Wearing just the Silver Shroud outfit, a car explosion could probably kill me. It's tough to say. I do have about 1,500 hit points now. Should see about hitting a store on the way. Try to get my ammunition situation a little bit more topped up. So I think I will head to Hallucinogen by way of Diamond City. Coming up to South Boston here. Sounds like we have another junk bot fight. These things are bloody everywhere. Are those settlers or... Yep, settlers. They looked kind of like gunners.
This time.
Well, looks like we lost one of them. Even though they were carrying my favorite shotgun. Two of them were carrying my favorite shotgun. Speaking of respawning, thought I killed you guys like yesterday. Well, we'll do it again. Oh, you had some more 308. That's always welcome. And some 556. Again, always welcome. So we're at the foot of Hallucinogen. Doesn't seem like anything's going on out front. Let's have a peek. What's, Okay, well, someone's killing gunners. Enemy of my enemy and all that.
Chemical weapons been deployed. We need to get out of here.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have that option. But on the upside, there's gunners to shoot, including a legendary. Come on, let her fall off the edge. Oh. Oh, crap.
Neutralized.
Alright, so we need to get up there somehow. Are they fighting each other? Sounds like they're fighting each other. In retrospect, I probably should have made sure that that was someone I should have been shooting. Although, he gave me 556, so...
detected. Please, evacuate the building.
I wonder if this chemical leak is making me see people as... Ooh, novice. Is making me see people as enemies even though they're not. Wonder if these are actually all settlers. Yeah, they've gone thoroughly nuts. Which begs the question of what condition I'm in at the moment. Mutant slayers.
Repeat.
Nope, garbage.
A chemical leak has been detected.
Oh, what is this?
Bingo.
I don't actually use any energy weapons.
Who's there? Where?
Oh, advanced I'm allowed to pick.
Where am I? Got it.
No! Get out! Get...
That is a great model for that shotgun. Ooh, oh, experience points. That trick is definitely not working anymore.
Repeat. A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
So mental note, that other one's legendary. It will explode, which means I need to get the hell out of here. Rads from those explosions go forever. Well, my leg armor's already perfect. And Sentinel's not all that good to begin with, so that was an easy choice. You can actually get Sentinel up to the point where you're basically invincible when standing still.
Who's there? What the?
But I'm trying to do the exact opposite of that. I'm trying to keep myself relatively fragile.
What?
Who?
I know this isn't actually the direction the map marker's sending me, but I want to get upstairs and check that legendary. But I should be looking for ammo. As long as a lot of these guys have shotguns, this is probably going to be a net increase in ammo. Ooh, another legendary.
Lockdown is now in effect. Please remain in your test chambers and await
Another
further
mutant slayer.
instructions from your lab attendant.
Wonder where Dance is.
What?
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
Remain vigilant. I know they're still here.
No, bad kitty! Go away!
Oh well, it was worth looking. Oh, there's Dance.
It's under
This
my
is kind of
skin.
awesome.
Get it out! Get it out!
Where is everyone else?
Bugs! 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 You can't get away! You can't get away!
Yeah, I'm not gonna shoot a guy that's cowering in a corner.
Davey? Davey, what are you doing here? You're
Please
dead! You're
evacuate
dead!
the building.
Oh right, I can open these now.
Yes.
No, no, bad kitty! Go away! Go away! Kill! Kill!
I really wish I could find these people. I do want the XP.
Kill them! Kill them all!
Won't be able to pick this.
Can't pick expert.
Look out!
Ooh. I'm definitely under the effect of something.
There we go.
Start the decontamination. Whatever that means. Well, I mean, I know literally what those words mean, but what that means in this context.
Kitty, go away! Go away!
A chemical leak has been detected. Please evacuate the building.
That was the stealth boy he just popped. So, those noises, you see how I'm shaking? Like I'm being punched? What I think's happening is that's supposed to be an effect of the drug. Like I'm
Developing this
hallucinating
level
being
of
attacked.
technology is a lost art that the Brotherhood's hoping to revive.
I think that's what's going on here. Okay, so there's our research. What do we have out here? Well, that was a bit wild. How long was I down there? Well, I think this time, I think I'll take a vertibird back.
It's too bright in this location to maintain proper cover.
We're always looking for new members.
You don't say. You're just gonna put it down right in their courtyard? I suppose it is flat-ish. You know what? I don't know what's shooting at me. I'm gonna get in the air before it becomes a problem. See if we can pick up whatever it was.
Weapons hot and ready to bring the pain, ma'am.
No muzzle flashes. I'm hearing shots. So I picked Hyde Park as the landing zone again. Let's see if we get a third respawn in one day. Are these guys still cleared? Nope, we have more fights.
Spot. I'll have you on the ground shortly.
Soldier?
Let's get out of here before this thing blows up with us in it. More of these junk bots and servo mechs. Oh, a Brotherhood. Oh geez. Get the hell away from that car. Well, that's peculiar. I guess since I was in VATS, I took less damage? I don't know. Either way, I lived through it, so I'll take it.
Ad Victoriam!
Are there seriously more new raiders here? There are more new raiders here. Well, when in Rome. Oh, apparently so can I. Oh, legendary. Splash. Okay.
Stubborn, I'll give you that.
Okay, so I saw the splash over here. That could be really interesting.
Playing games with me, huh?
Good work. Don't leave anything behind.
Okay, well, if Dance is out here not shooting anything, that probably means it's pretty much clear. I'll have to remember if I'm ever farming XP to just keep flying there over and over again. Alright, got some documents on hallucinogenic drugs.
I have those chemical formulas for you.
Marvelous. Now we can reform another societal picadillo. The hydration break.
I already built a
Whether
bar.
it rears its head around the coffee pot, water cooler, or soda fountain, it's a menace. Vault-Tec scientists have conducted experiment after experiment to eliminate this inefficiency. But people feel an irrational need to socialize. So if they must squander their time, let us turn it into the collective good. With chemistry.
What? Aren't chemicals bad for you?
Shut up,
Oh,
Clem.
Clem. You worry so much, my boy. Everything you eat and drink is made of chemicals, don't you know?
Oh, right. That's very interesting, Lady Overseer.
Good boy.
These are just special chemicals.
What type of chemicals are we talking about?
Well, that's up to you. But from what I've read, the R&D folks really outdid themselves.
This should be fun.
Now, there's the Vault-Tec spirit. So build the soda fountain, and then serve refreshments to our residents. And Clem, if you get thirsty on the job, feel free to have a cool, refreshing beverage.
Gee, thanks.
The soda fountain shows enormous potential.
Generic caffeination. Yeah.
I guess I'm open for business. Want some more refreshment?
No, I'll pass.
I had a Nuka-Cola once, and this stuff.
I know, right? It's got special chemicals in it.
Don't tell her
No
that.
shit. Well, whatever it is, call me a fan.
Caffeine. Well, it does improve productivity. But really, on to the next prototype. Ugh, the Hippocratic Oath. A solemn vow to do no harm.
You're gonna take some
Well,
creative
roughly
liberties
that's what
with.
it means. I don't want to get into interpreting dusty Latin textbooks. But that core sentiment of the medical community runs counter to what we're trying to accomplish here.
I kind of figured it did.
Doctors shouldn't put their patients' welfare first. Instead, their sole focus should be the collective good.
Communist.
You understand, of course.
I could see needing to strike a different balance here.
Is that a twinge of misguided conscience? You should work on suppressing that.
I don't tend to use
So,
suppressors.
Enter the Vault-Tec Phoropter. A specialized piece of optometrist equipment that, yes, can improve a patient's eyesight. But potentially so much more. The prototype requires a bit, well, a lot. All right, a staggering quantity of radioactive material. But the results will be worth it.
I'm excited to be a part of this plan.
You and me together. The world will quake at what we will accomplish. Hopefully, Not literally.
But probably literally.
Don't fret about the nuclear material, by the by. We chose this site for Vault 88 because our surveys indicate that there's a rich source of uranium deeper inside the caves. So, dig deep and get what we need.
So I followed the map marker in that direction to mine some uranium ore. I don't think you have to. I think if you have enough nuclear material attached to your settlements, you can just build this thing. But I'm not about to scour the caverns and see where that actually leads. Let's just go ahead and build it. Okay, so it takes 25 nuclear material, which I definitely have.
Yeah.
Subliminal messages or improved eye care? Let's go with improved eye care.
Before we begin, Clem, how do you feel about
I know where that question's going.
They're all right, I guess.
You ever planning on having any?
I don't know. Why are you asking?
Just idle chatter. Go on.
Hi, you here for an eye exam with with this thing?
I guess.
Go ahead and get in.
So, what do I do?
Just stay still.
So I just sit here.
Yeah. The machine will do the rest.
This thing's creeping me out.
All done. It says you got, minor eye infection. Some eye drops will clear it out.
Thanks.
And that's it? Nothing else?
No, Lady Overseer. Exam's all done.
So, you're not dead.
Hey, I've never had an eye exam before. It wasn't so bad, I guess. Why are you doing this stuff anyhow?
I don't have a good answer for that.
Just curious. So I need eye drops, huh? Right. After Clem going crazy on that damn power cycle, are you guys some sort of sickos?
There's nothing sinister going on. You're just imagining things.
You sure? I mean, that eye machine. All right. But I'm watching you.
So one of our residents is happy. That's completely irrelevant. We should be making hard choices to improve the effectiveness
Yeah,
of the
I
vault.
can think of one.
Instead, you spend your time pandering to their every whim.
I was just pandering to your every whim before.
You know you're a psychopath, right?
If you mean I've cultivated a proper Vault-Tec clinical detachment, I know. But name-calling is counterproductive. This last experiment is my pride and joy. Following in the footsteps of Dr. Braun and the others, I have spent my time devising my very own prototype. Its premise is this. We are all flawed creatures, each with our own vices. What if our Vault didn't pointlessly try to stamp out these predilections, and instead harnessed them?
Give me the details.
The vice in question is greed. The schematic is for a slot machine. I designed it to be as enticing as possible. Choose the experimental parameters, and let's see how it fares in the field.
I put it on the lost revenue setting. Kind of funny that Bethesda put these into Fallout 4 before they put loot boxes into Fallout 76.
You gotta try this, this slot machine. It's the best.
Well, what did you think about that program, Overseer?
Hey there.
Time to check in with the slot machine. I can't wait.
Oh, hi. That slot machine thing is a hoot. Thanks a lot for letting me try it, Lady Overseer.
I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself.
Now we just need a variety act and some crime bosses and our casino's set.
Ah, your famous wit. It's done. Finally. Hundreds of years of refining and planning. The results were mixed, but in science, You rarely wind up exactly where you were expecting.
I did everything you asked. Can I go back to the power cycle? I really need to.
My, what gusto. I'm glad you like the cycle so much, Clem. With my life's work done, I think I will deliver our schematics to other vaults to improve their lives.
The vaults I know about have all failed. They're empty. Or worse.
The world's a big place, and you should never underestimate Vault-Tec. I pass the mantle on to you. Guide Vault 88 to greatness. You're the Overseer now.
I know this may sound like a strange question, but tell me, what do you think about Scribe Halen?
I wouldn't have expected you to want to chat so quickly, but sure.
Scribe Halen. Why? Is something wrong with her?
No, not at all. Halen's doing well. I simply wanted to talk to you about her, but I wanted to know what you thought of her first.
You know what? Hold that thought just 1 second. There's something I have to do first. Where were we?
If you have the time to talk now, I'd still like to know what you think about Scribe Halen.
Absolutely.
I simply wanted to talk to you about her, but I wanted to know what you thought of her first.
She's as dedicated as they come. A real team player.
I couldn't agree more. But I wasn't looking for an evaluation of her performance as a scribe. I wanted to know what you thought of Halen as a person.
So, there is a heart beating under all that armor after all.
I suppose I deserve that. I just don't normally find these discussions easy to handle, so I try to avoid them at all costs. The truth is, I'm worried about her. Since you and I are getting along so well, I felt like I could confide in you about it, to get your honest opinion.
Sure. Tell me what's on your mind.
Let me start from the beginning. A few months before you found us, one of my men was shot multiple times by raiders. Halen stayed by that knight's side for 2 days straight, without sleep, fighting to keep him alive. But he was on a slow decline. I decided that his suffering needed to end, and ordered Halen to administer an overdose of painkillers, so he could die with dignity. Even though I'm certain she wanted to continue fighting for that knight's life. She injected him without question.
She did the right thing.
Of course she did. But the decision whether or not to ease that soldier's suffering isn't the point here. The point is what happened later that same evening. Halen approached me while I was on watch. She didn't say a word, but I could tell something was wrong. After what felt like an eternity, she collapsed into my arms, crying. I didn't know what to do, so I just held her for a while.
That was
A
the
few
right
minutes
thing to
later,
do.
she stopped, kissed me on the cheek, and simply said, "Thank you," before heading back into the police station. Right then it hit me. Maybe I pushed her too hard. I ordered her to ignore her instincts, to do something her medical training told her was wrong. That's why I'm worried about her. And for that matter, everyone under my command.
This isn't really about Halen, is it?
No, I guess it isn't. Look, 4 soldiers. Over half of my team are gone. Each one of them died because of decisions that I made. I understand the risks that come with the job. We all do. But how can anyone have confidence in me anymore? Hell, how can I have confidence in myself?
There are no guarantees in life, Dance. We just do the best we can and press on.
That's sound advice, soldier. Well, it looks like things have taken a turn. I signed up to be your sponsor, so I teach you everything that I know. But it looks like I'm the one that needed the lesson today. All joking aside, I'm pleased that we had this discussion. And with all the problems you're facing, you still took the time to listen. It's comforting to know that I can speak to you as more than just your commanding officer.
Don't worry, Dance. I never saw you as my commanding officer.
I'm here anytime you need me, Dance.
Good. I may take you up on that someday. Anyway, thanks for letting me get that off my shoulders. I think it's been weighing on me more than I realized. I'm only sorry you had to see me at my worst, instead of at my best.
And ask out Halen already. Vault-Tec prototypes.
Anything useful?
You were just going to walk away with those. So between the drugs, the firefights, and the complete lack of a day-night cycle, I have no idea how long I've actually been at this, how far along we are till the Forville elections. We'll have to see just how much time we have left, but that'll have to wait for tomorrow, and I will see you then.